All right, here's a look at this dehumidifier that we've got. Now this is gonna be a pretty large and powerful dehumidifier. This is gonna work for rooms up to 1,600 square feet. Now you can also use it for rooms that are a little bit larger. It might just take a little bit longer for this to pull that humidity out of the air. And you could also certainly use this for smaller rooms as well. But I would definitely recommend this for anyone who is using this for like their whole downstairs, maybe a basement, for anything like a shop, store, or a warehouse. Now up here on the top, you're gonna see all the different controls that we've got. So we've got our power mode, we've got the different type of modes that we've got. So we've got our regular dehumidifier mode, we've got a turbo mode, and then we also have a sleep mode. Now the difference between these three is the dehumidifier mode is gonna be kind of like your default that you utilize most of the time. Turbo mode is gonna be more extreme. So if you wanted to really get this going and suck the water out of the air extremely quick, then you can select it on the turbo mode. Now know that on the turbo mode, it will be a little bit more loud. And then when you select over to the sleep mode, the fan speed is going to turn down and it's going to become really quiet. It's also going to dim all the lights. So you can see all the lights now are extremely dim, which is nice because you don't want any light pollution while sleeping. So if you do have this in your bedroom, that's a nice feature. Now it does have an automatic humidifier mode on here as well. So if you wanted to just kind of let it go without setting any of the settings, you can easily just click that right there. Next to that, we've got our fan speed. So we've got a low and a high fan speed. I would say that the low is pretty good to have on if you don't want any noise pollution at all. But again, if you're really trying to dry out a room, then I would recommend utilizing the high because it's just going to work a lot quicker and you're going to get the result you want quicker. Then you've got a timer over here, so you can do up to 24 different hours, and it's going to go hour by hour on there. Then you also have this light mode. So if we look down here, you'll see if I click this on, this light bar is going to beam up. And then on the inside, there's also going to be a light inside of here. It's the middle of the day, so you're not really going to be able to see it, but it's nice. It does add like a little bit of ambiance. Then you can also lock this as well. So if you have kids or if you just don't want anyone to be touching this, you can also just hold this light button down for 3 seconds and it's going to lock this top panel. In order to press any of the buttons, you'll have to hold it down again and it'll unlock it. Now up here on the front, this is going to be where your tank is held at. So we'll pop this open and give you a quick look. Now, one of the cool things about this is this is going to automatically shut off when it's full. So you don't have to worry about this overflowing or anything like that. This will automatically fill up. And this machine itself can pull up to 3 gallons of water out of the air every day. So if you know anything about humidifiers or if you're researching different ones, you'll know that pulling 3 gallons out of the air every day is quite a bit. You will have to probably drain this a little bit more often because this is not a 3-gallon tank. But it's also going to come with this tube as well. So if you don't want to use the tank on here and you want to just drain this directly into, let's say, a sink or just a drain that's in the ground, you can go ahead and connect this hose over here on the back. It'll just slide on like that, and then you can kind of put this hose wherever you want. You can also attach other hoses that you have to this with like a zip tie. So maybe you need to put this in one area, but the drain is all the way on the other side. You can easily just clamp another hose on here and the water will flow right over to the drain. Then it's also going to have a filter that's over here on the back side. This is going to be just a mesh filter, so you can go ahead and clean this out in the sink, making it nice and easy to always keep this filter clean. But this is awesome because this is just going to stop any fuzz from going into the machine and damaging it. So they really thought everything out with this dehumidifier. Now down at the bottom, you can see that it's also going to have these wheels as well. So if you do need to slide this around, these wheels are 360. All 4 of them will spin all the way around, which is really nice. And it is helpful because this thing is pretty heavy. When it comes to a dehumidifier, most of the time they are built very heavy because of the machinery that's inside that's required to pull the water out of the air. It's just gonna be heavy by nature. So it's nice having these wheels on here, and it also has these handles as well. So you can pick this up and move it around. So if you're looking for an extremely powerful dehumidifier, something that's got a lot of setting options, you've got your night mode, you've got your turbo mode. You can also collect tons of water in this 3.5 liter tank. It can collect up to 3 gallons a day. Plus it also has the port in the back. If you want to put this directly to a drain, then I would definitely recommend picking this dehumidifier up.